everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm driving on I-85, I-40, headed towards Greensboro. So I'm not going to be recording too much. There's a lot of traffic out today and it moves along pretty fast. But I wanted to tell you that I am on my way to a new, to me, reuse center in Greensboro. It's called Reconsidered Goods. And I just thought I would check out a different reuse center and see what I can find today to share with you all. Oh my goodness, guys, I've arrived. This is Reconsidered Goods. Oh wow, this place is already amazing. I'm barely inside and I am in love with this place. It has an amazing, artsy, reused, thrifted vibe. It's just incredible. This is another large reuse center in North Carolina. And you all know that I used to work at the scrap exchange. I had shopped there for many years, and some of you who I know a little bit more in person, you know my current maybe thoughts about the scrap exchange and some things that have taken place there. At any rate, I thought it was time to drive a little farther and check out Reconsidered Goods. I am so glad that I did. They have a similar concept as far as what they take in donations. You can see here they have office supplies. They've got pens, pencils, markers, papers. But there is a vibe here that is really just unique to Reconsidered Goods. And it's sort of like, you know, if you cruise around YouTube and watch different artists, a junk journal is a junk journal in some ways, but then you really get the flavor of whoever makes it. And it's impossible for somebody to make something exactly like someone else does it. And I kind of feel this way about these stores. They're both reuse centers. They both take scrappy donations. They keep things out of the landfill. But I love the spirit of this store. I love how clean it is. I love that they have things that are extremely affordable, but someone has taken a lot of time to procure, like, how do I put it, display items that are not for sale. Some things you need to keep in order to be able to display things. And I love that they have little vignettes everywhere. They have different areas of the store that are set up for shoppers. I probably don't need to tell you, and you're going to find out anyway when you see all of these videos I shot. I spent quite a long time in this store. Since I drove an hour to get here, not quite an hour, but close, I decided to really spend my time and figure out what they had and just buy things to bring home. And I have a lot of things to put in the shop, a lot of things to go in fun packs. I'm just really excited that I went to this place today and did some shopping. They had so many beautiful old linens. They had things in bags. They had pieces of fabric wrapped up in like large pieces, and then they were secured with rubber bands of different colors, and those were different prices. Here you can see an area that it's just really themed. I love this. Look at this mug wall. So they've got all of these coffee mugs, but then they have what look like actual mug shots. Here's another little area, and let's see, is this the area that's like a little wedding sort of display? I think it might be. One of these has Mr. and Mrs. little signs at the bottom, but just so many wonderful things. Ribbon, oh my goodness, yarn, candles, flowers, and just amazing amazing books and furniture. So I think we're at a place here that is similar to what is the barrel section. Well, actually not. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. There is a section in the back of the store that is more like a barrel area. This is sort of like an ephemera area, and they weigh everything that's paper and scraps and stuff, and then you can see some items are individually priced. So here we are with the yarn. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful yarns. And where are we headed now? We're headed everywhere. Why don't I just say we're headed everywhere? Greeting cards, flowers. I did end up buying some flowers for a really cute display. They had baskets, candles. I don't know, I walked around the entire store probably 3 or 4 times because I kept seeing things like this bird print and just all sorts of different things. You just really can't see everything in one pass through. I really hope seeing all this inspires you. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that inspires me in my workshop, the kinds of things that I like to be surrounded by. I do like a certain amount of stuff and clutter, but I also I like for things to be neat and organized. I like organized clutter, if that makes sense. If things get really messy and there are just piles of things that are not separated and marked, I get really overwhelmed. But this kind of atmosphere, I think I thrive in because there's so much inspiration here. At this part of the store, we're getting back into, there were furniture pieces and larger, I guess, textiles. Oh, and this beautiful Asian themed display, all sorts of little things. I was curious about this bag of what looks like fruit pieces, probably a potpourri of some kind. That's pretty much the last video that I got in the store. And you're going to see me next puttering around in my workshop. I started talking to you guys, and then I got just totally sidetracked in what I was doing. I brought all of my new purchases into the shop and started moving things around. I had a piece of furniture that needed to be moved. It's one I'm storing for one of my sons. And oh my goodness, I've been out here about 3 hours tonight, putting things away, organizing things. I have a ton of lace to go through. So excited about that. I did take quite a few amazing photos, so I'm going to just pop them into the video here one at a time so that you can see the rest of what I took as far as pictures at Reconsidered Goods. I hope this is not going to be too overwhelming. It's kind of hilarious that I'm in the background trying to figure out what to do with everything, and you can see these other pictures popping up. Look at the calligraphy pens. There were so many wonderful things at Reconsidered Goods. Oh, look at all the beads. There was really too much for me to take in. Oh, here's some pretty paper that I found. I was just showing that to you. Paintbrushes, I didn't even look at the paintbrushes. I took a picture, more paintbrushes. There were knitting needles, crochet needles, sewing items, notions. You can see I'm holding this metal hanger back here. I was looking for a place for that. Really, again, there was just so much in this store. So what can I say while we're looking at all of this? I wish you all were close so that we could go shopping in here together. We would have so much fun. It's one of those places where you want to show somebody what you're looking at. I texted a few pictures, like this one, to Jason because this, of course, is a musical instrument, but I texted him a few pictures and just said this place is so amazing. So amazing. One of the things I did, look at this. So this is some type of, it's got doors on it, like some kind of safe or something, and there were all these little miniatures in it. Maybe safe is not the right word. Maybe little lockers or postal cubbies or whatever. And look at this like a fake mantle or whatever with the books and the little heater inside. And then here's an Artomat. I don't know if you've ever heard of those. We saw a little mini documentary about those machines. They used to have, I think, cigarettes in them. I can tell you one of the highlights of this evening. Since I was in Greensboro at Reconsidered Goods, we decided that it would be awesome for me to go by Stamey's and pick up barbecue while I was in Greensboro. So I did that. I got like a family thing. We got is it a pint? No, a pound. We got a pound of barbecue, 4 rolls, a bag of hush puppies, a container of slaw, a container of baked beans, and then one of collards. And did I say hush puppies? They were really good. So I brought that home. I had taken a cooler to keep things warm, like it didn't have ice in it, but we just wrapped everything, or I did. Jason helped me get that together, and I wrapped the food up to keep it warm and brought it home, and then we ate together. But again, I have just enjoyed so much being out in the workshop, going through these things, purging things that just were not usable. I think every once in a while you just have to go through your stuff and get it to where it's manageable, where it's attractive to you, where it's inspiring to you, and that was what I worked on this evening. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to new subscribers. I really appreciate you being here so much. Of course, those of you who have been with me since the beginning here, I appreciate you so much. I don't think that I would be here, and I definitely I wouldn't have progressed as an artist and with my shop and everything the way that I have and the way that I want to without you all being here. If you're inclined to subscribe, please do so and hit the like button. That does help channels. I feel like, even though I don't show my likes and dislikes because I don't really want it to be about that. I've seen some things on YouTube. I've experienced some things on YouTube, and I just don't want to create a platform for, I don't know what the word is, competitiveness, or I don't even show the number of subscribers that I have. I just want this to be about sharing and community, but I do think it affects the algorithms. It affects YouTube's perception of how you're doing as a channel. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're inclined, and I will see you really soon. Bye for now.